All right, welcome back, and we're going to talk about 5.1 day 2. We're going to do another example here, talking about simulations here. In a previous video going over what a simulation is and the process. Simulations are basically an imitation of a chance behavior based on a model that accurately reflects the situation. So we're creating a model to test a certain situation. The simulation process is essentially we're going to describe how chance devices imitate the situation, record results many times, and use the results to answer the question. We use simulations essentially to potentially find out what the probability of a certain event to happen. All right, so imitation of a chance behavior, essentially to find out a probability for a certain situation. So without further ado, we're going to use the simulation process to answer a couple questions. So the first thing is we're going to have some people have wondered if Wheel of Fortune wheel is fair. If it's fair, then the bankrupt results should be a 1 out of 9. To test the wheel, Pat Sajak observed a random sample of 50 spins of the Wheel of Fortune and found that bankrupt was spun 10 times. 10 times. All right. Is this convincing evidence that bankrupts come up more often than they should? Okay. And so essentially, we're going to, first off, probably want to figure out, all right, how, if we're going to test out this probability, see if it's actually accurate. Okay, so from here, we're going to say we're going to assign numbers, all right, assign numbers 1 to 9, all right, to represent spins on the wheel. The device we're going to use, I'm going to use a random number generator, and we're going to say is 1 is bankrupt, and then essentially, and 2 to 9 are not bankrupt. Because what we wanted to find out is we're going to take this and we're going to use a random number generator and select a number 1 to 9. Okay. We will do this 50 times and record the number of bankrupts in 50 trials. All right, 50 trials. Okay. So essentially, number of bankrupts, which is number 1. All right, in 50 trials. Okay. We're going to do this many times. To determine if determine if the determine how many times 10 comes out of 10 or more comes out 10 bankrupts or more come out of 50 trials. Determine the probability of bankrupts coming, or probability of landing on bankrupt 50 10 or more times in 50 spins. Okay, I think that's got it. So the first thing is we assign numbers 1 to 9 to represent spins on the wheel. 1 is bankrupt and 2 to 9 are not bankrupt. We're using a random number generator, just like the number 1 to 9. We will do this 50 times and record the number of bankrupts or number 1s in the 50 trials. We're going to do this many times to determine the probability of the probably of landing bankrupt 10 or more times in 50 spins. And so we go over here. Did we fill out this? Describe how the chance device imitates. We're using random number generator. Record the result many times. We said that. And the results to answer the question. And the question is, what is the probability of getting 10 more times in trials? All right, so we did this and actually went through a simulation, and the dot plot displays the result of 100 simulated trials of 50 spins of a fair wheel. And so this we have right here. So the question is, explain what the one dot at the 12 indicates. So this one dot right here, what does that really indicate right there? And so if we have that one dot means in one trial of 50 spins with the odds of getting bankrupt 1 out of 9. The number of times bankrupt was spun was 12. All right. Probably could have said that a little bit nicer, but in a trial of 50 spins with the odds of getting bankrupt 1 out of 9, the number of times bankrupt was spun was 12. That's what we probably want to say. So what kind of conclusion can we make? Well, we're looking for this right here. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Well, 4 right here, 4 out of 100. All right. So that actually is a 4% chance. All right. So that's 0.04 or 4% chance. That's not really high depending on what we have. So usually anything under 10%. So what can we conclude? We conclude that 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 drawing 10 or more bankrupt spins in 50 spins is rare, and the wheel may not be fair. Okay, so yeah, the chance of doing that is rare or not a great chance of that happening, and the wheel may not be fair. That's what a conclusion can make. So going through this chance behavior, we can see that right here, 1 out of 9, going through, we see a lot of times with 6, but right here, out of 100 trials, we got 4%. 4% is kind of a rare deal, okay, depending on what you say. So we could maybe conclude that landing bankrupt might be rare, then this wheel might be messed up right here. All right, if it was spun 10 times. So that is what we conclude. And so once again, we're talking about simulations, imitating chance behavior. Simulated process is describing a chance device that imitates that, recording many times, and then finally using those results to answer a question. So I hope this helps you out, and yeah, good luck and God bless in the rest of your problems.